And we're off. Looks like another windy day, but not as bad as yesterday. Sun is beautiful. We got one more day of riding left. Stayed in this wonderful hotel, Hotel San Rocco. We got one more day of riding left, partly on a rail trail. Should be very nice.
We left our hotel in Muggia with a warming sun and under deep blue skies.
Go back up to the street, I think.
Yeah.
Bit of navigating, and soon we were leaving the busyness of this Italian seaside village behind. We found ourselves riding on a coastal road with stunning views of the sea beside us.
That's awesome.
The road led us onto a bicycle trail, smooth and well maintained, and on such a scenic route.
Got ourselves a nice little coastal trail going on here. Could use a little more of this, huh? Hopefully Slovenia is building a better infrastructure as we speak. I think this is part of the new trail. They're adding some trails, and it's good to see the infrastructure improving here. It's a beautiful country. Morning, Kels.
Morning. It's a beautiful day.
It is a beautiful day. Hot, but gorgeous.
The trail did not last long, however, and soon we were back on a quiet road.
Really lovely little spot here. The upper Adriatic. Got a nice breezy day going on. Hopefully not anywhere near as breezy as yesterday. Whole lot of sun. If you look off in that direction, that's the direction of Venice. Straight up here, that's Trieste. That's where we were last night. Unfortunately, only one more day. This is our last day on the bikes. We'll have another day to hang out in the town of Piran. So we're going back to Slovenia today. Happy trails. Hello again, Slovenia. It's been too long. Oh, look. There's our flag, I guess. Why do all the countries have red, white, and blue as their colors? I never see purple.
Back in a place where I speak more of the language.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, such useful things as thank you, restroom, and welcome to my ice cream castle cave.
Good morning, Bailey.
Good morrow. Buongiorno.
Buongiorno, and what's good morning in Slovenia?
I don't know how to say good morning, but I can say Dobrošli v mojem sladoled Yamagrad, which means, of course, welcome to my ice cream cave castle.
There you go.
So basically the same thing.
Yes.
Or you could say Dobar dan, which is good day.
Dobar dan.
Dobar dan.
Dobar dan.
Dobar dan.
Dobar dan, everybody.
Dobar dan.
Dobar dan. Dobar dan, everybody. Dobar dan. Vineries.
Once we crossed back into Slovenia, our route began to turn slightly inland, and soon we were riding through lush and sunny vineyards and groves of olives.
Olives! Yay!
That's right. This is shaping out to be a beautiful day.
It was a beautiful late September morning, and this being our last day on the bikes, we relished in the perfect riding conditions.
Overzealous water station.
Ah, parts.
Slovenia does a nice job of having these bike repair and water stations, first aid kits.
Love it.
For all the lack of trails and infrastructure, at least they've done that really nicely, really well. Although it does look like somebody probably took all the tools.
We are now riding on the northern reaches of the Istrian Peninsula, a small piece of land that reaches out into the Adriatic Sea, mostly belonging to Croatia just to the south. Here the Adriatic carves a fine edge, a circuitous boundary of deep blue against the fertile green, and our route did its best to follow the coastal line.
Well, we got ourselves a bike path, but kind of industrial zone. I guess Slovenia needs to use its coastal areas as efficiently as they can. Can't all be beautiful. But at least we get the bike path. That's nice. It's fascinating. We're on this bike trail full of trucks running alongside, and when the bike trail crosses, all the trucks stop, wait for us to pass. I think that's unusual and much appreciated. Thank you all. Appreciate it. Nice little respite from the highway right next to us. City of Koper, a very industrial town. Hoping that pretty soon we'll run into our rail trail and get some nice coastal riding. Looking forward to that. Maybe this is it, I don't know. Looking for the train station. We want to ask a few questions about getting back to Ljubljana and the airport for our flight in a couple of days.
Koper is a tourist town, hosting Mediterranean cruise lines as well as containers in its deep port. For us, the city was in turns industrial blight and urban art, and with an impressive bicycle infrastructure, we managed to weave our way through the sprawl.
Now in kind of a more beach resorty kind of area.
Before too long, we reached the outskirts, where our path led us onto a section of the Paranzana Rail Trail. And suddenly, the sea filled our view, and we were riding along one of the finest trails I've ever been on, following these beautiful waters on the most smooth and pristine path. It's hard to imagine a better way to explore these lovely Mediterranean landscapes.
Just had lunch here at this wonderful little bench along this wonderful little rail trail, along this wonderful little sea. Life is good. Great things about being on the Mediterranean is all these plants that I just never get a chance to see in Colorado. You know what this plant is, Bailey?
Figs.
Figs? Wild figs? Or maybe one time there was a fig orchard? I don't know.
Up there, there's a fig.
There we are. This is our bike path, following the coast, as you can see. Beautiful views, it's exceptional. Really nice, really nice. There's nice wide lanes, got a nice walking path, very clearly marked, and views forever. Unlike in the US, scooters and sometimes small motorcycles, you'll see them all the time on the bike paths. Nobody bats an eye, it's all good. The shade feels great. And the sun feels hot. Got grapes to one side, olive groves to the other side. And a Mediterranean paradise. And we're back on a bike path. That's very nice.
The Parenzana was a narrow gauge rail line that connected Trieste to the north to Perched in Croatia to the south. Its entire length is 123 kilometers, or about 76 miles, and it passes through 3 countries.
How cool is this, huh?
The rail line itself was short-lived, as the steel of the rails was pilfered by Mussolini to be melted into guns for war, and the route was abandoned until 2006, when work began to convert the right-of-way into a scenic path.
What a great path this is. Gorgeous.
And while this section is incredibly smooth, most of the route, while boasting gentle grades along the entire way, is still only suitable for mountain biking.
Just gone a mile without pedaling. I like that.
Take all the free miles you can get. Whew.
Jimmy Cricket.
As we neared Piran, we found more and more people using the trail. Its easy climbs, tunnels, and gorgeous scenery attracting tourists and recreational cyclists alike. We found the riding to be as good as it gets, and we savored the last ride of our Slovenian adventure, a perfect and fitting end to our trip.
More tunnel. It's a long one. Oh, it feels so nice. Boy, I've been through a lot of these tunnels in the US.
Yeah.
But they never light them well. They never smooth pave the bottom. They're always really rough and wet and muddy, full of bats. So awesome. What an awesome trail this is.
I think it's straight down.
I think so too.
Oh.
Yeah, it's nice. A little modern architecture for you.
Suddenly, the path dropped us off in the tourist town of Porto Rose, which means, not surprisingly, Port of Roses. It's one of Slovenia's major tourist areas. But we were eager to reach our destination, and so we carved our way through the town, enjoying the architecture and the elegant gardens.
The resort town of Porto Rose. We're down to our last mile or so of our tour, finishing in style in a nice Euro resort. Love it.
As we neared our destination, the tourism vibe began to feel, well, a bit overwhelming. But soon we could see what the fuss was all about. Piran is an absolutely gorgeous town in an incredible setting. We had given ourselves an extra day here before we headed home, to rest and to enjoy, and as we entered the old square, we knew we had made the right decision. We found our hotel, an elegant affair set right on the coast.
And just like that.
And just like that, we parked our bikes and the bike tour was over.
Never to get on them again.
Made it to our room. Yeah, check this out. It's a nice place for us to finish our trip. Here we go. How's that? Not too bad.
We took no time in making our way to the beach and the cool waters of the Adriatic.
You're all hot, sweaty, and
Didn't think I could get saltier, and now here we are.
Oh, turns out you can.
You can.
Oh, what a beautiful finish.
now we just need to find a Yamagrad, an ice cream cave castle.
It turns out it's harder to stay afloat with one arm than two. Okay.
Thanks for hanging with us.
By the time I'd showered and squeezed in a short nap, the day was getting late, and so we met downstairs for a sunset walk and to find a spot for dinner. Afterwards, we strolled along the water, soaking in the enchantments of this magical spot. It wasn't long before we found, of all things, the much-anticipated Sladoled. And then, as one does in these kinds of places, we got lost wandering in the narrow streets, just taking in the sights and enjoying this rarefied experience before calling it a day. Good morning.
Guess what we're not doing today?
What are we not doing today?
Biking. We are not biking.
Not biking meant that we were free to go in any direction we wanted. And we had time to watch the boats on the water. Time to take in the crashing waves and the ocean mist. It's probably true that we don't spend enough time in these places when we're cycling. The constant movement on a bike tour means some wonderful places don't get anywhere near the time or attention they deserve. But Piran definitely proved itself worthy of exploration. Situated on a small peninsula and surrounded by the sea, Piran is one of the best preserved medieval sites in all of Europe, and chock full of beautiful sights. Piran has a history of great turbulence. It became Roman in the 2nd century BC and was part of the Holy Roman Empire by the 10th century. By 1283, it was ruled by the Republic of Venice, then spent 8 years under Napoleonic rule, then Austro-Hungary, then Italy, then Yugoslavia, before finally becoming part of independent Slovenia in 1991. The town walls were constructed to protect the town from Ottoman attacks, and are still largely intact and command an awesome view. The bell tower, built in 1608 next to the Church of St. George, lords over the old town, also affording an amazing vista. From any perspective, Piran is absolutely stunning. I spent hours exploring this old world gem with its narrow alleys and ghosts of the past. It is without a doubt one of the loveliest spots I've ever had the pleasure of stumbling onto. It was the morning of our departure.
Morning.
Good morning.
Bailey and Kelsey headed straight down to the beach for a sunrise swim.
See you in a little bit.
And then we took off in a shuttle back to Cron. And in an hour and a half, we were back to where our serpentine journey began some 11 days ago. But not before I got a chance to get one last view of Piran in the early light. Piran was a beautiful end to a beautiful trip. 2 weeks with my daughters in a magnificent paradise on one of the most exquisite adventures imaginable. This tour of Slovenia will be with us for a very long time.